Hello, sim racers. Welcome back. We are back from the dead, probably. And here's another live stream. Tonight, we are going to remind us what this thing that moves in front of me actually does, because I don't remember anymore. And there are also some stuff down to the pedals, which probably are useful too. So let's try this and see what we can do. So, as probably some of you know, I have been in some sort of holidays, which means that I had to, paint the whole house or something like that. And then at the end of my holidays, I also had to go to Imola, which is not a bad thing, of course, but it is some kind of work. So, if I have to be honest and say that I'm relaxed and much less tired, no. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm back online and I'm back with you guys. And it's so nice to see you, everybody, on the chat. So, hello, everybody, and thank you for being here tonight. So, what I am going to do tonight? Well, tonight I would like to uh, actually I need to do some extra practice because, as you know, on Saturday we have the 6 hours of Barcelona at the Racing Club International League, which is great, and I highly advise you to go there on the Discord channel and have a go and see all the various races that they are organizing. I will be racing with my fellow colleagues from Kunos, so Gergo and Kevin will be racing together. I have done a little bit of practice a week ago or so. I have not touched the steering wheel since then, except for work and stuff like that. So I need to get back to speed, especially because Gergo managed to qualify us on the pro category with a great time of 1:43.6, something like that. And I have no idea in what condition I am. I don't even remember what I did last time. So yeah, that's it. So for people that haven't been watching what we were doing, we are going to race the Mercedes AMG GT3 at Barcelona. 6 hours. They told me it's going to be during the night, towards the morning. I think the race starts about midnight or 1 o'clock in the night, something like that. So it's going to be exciting and very very dark. So okay, so tonight is practice time. Okay, practice time. So what I would like to do tonight, since nobody's online and I don't even remember the password to go into the uh, sorry about that, into the Racing Club International servers. But also because I also want to try something differently, and because during my absence at Imola, my dear son thought that it would have been fun to do some damage, and so my rating now is my safety rating is now down to 75. Thank you so much, mate. Well done. Yeah, he's somewhere upstairs, probably laughing about that. So we need to, farm some safety rating, do some stuff like this, and what I would like to do something different. So we might even do this thing together. So I want to do a custom race weekend. I have put the practice length here at 1 hour. Let me show you a little bit better so that you can have a better look. So 1 hour that will possibly help me, understand the car, understand the setup that we would like to use, and so on. And thank you everybody in the chat. So nice to see you guys. So I will do a practice of 1 hour with the AI and everything. Just 5 minutes of qualifying. Whatever we do, we do. Who cares? I even probably skip the practice length at some point if I feel good with the car. I will skip it, and then I'm gonna start a 6 hours race length. And obviously, you are questioning, are you crazy, Aris? Are you going to do 6 hours tonight? Well, no, I would not do 6 hours tonight. But I would love that I will try to do at least one stint of 1 hour, save the game, put the game somewhere online so that you guys can download it and continue from there. Let's see if that experiment is interesting to you guys, and if we can, do something interesting with that and have some fun all together. So, all right, let's try this. I guess. Let me fix again the wheel here, the chair here, because I don't know what happened. Because obviously my son changed everything about it. Makes sense, right? Yeah. All right. Like this, something like that. Yes, I know I am too close to the steering wheel, but unfortunately, I need some support for my back, and the pedals are too far away. At some point, I need to do a proper, rig. But I don't know. We will die. Oh, thank you so much, Exequel Moroi Mark. I can't spell your name, mate. But thank you so much, mate. Really appreciate the support. Really, really good. Okay, so let's do it. So as you can see, I have set up everything. I have set the opponent skill at 97, which means we're gonna end up probably last because I'm not so good. Uh, but that's probably the same thing that is going to happen also in the actual 6 hour race of Saturday, because as I said, Gergo managed to qualify us on the pro grid, and those guys are really fast. So let's learn how to drive in the middle of everybody. Okay, let's go. Um, I don't know why I have let opponent aggressiveness at 72. It works, I guess. I haven't done any. I haven't tried it. So if you have anything else to propose, let me know in the chat. Otherwise, we'll just leave it there, and whatever happens, happens. Confirm. If I'm not tired on the same questions, um, I'm a little bit tired, to be honest. But I also recognize that new people are coming in, new people are joining our passion and our hobby and everything. We have to help those people. So everybody, let's be patient and help the new guys learn about stuff. And besides, we can always do a drink game, and everything that comes like the usual questions. We can drink and have some extra fun. Ciao, SG. SG. Allora, okay. So everything is perfect. This is the card that we're going to use on the race, because everybody obviously is doing their own personal libraries and custom libraries and everything. We are the devs. We did the game, so let's use one of the official libraries. It's gonna be very cult in a moment where everybody is using different skins. We are using the original ones. Yeah. All right. Um, okay. Yes. Of course. Practice starts very late, 7 o'clock. Qualifying even later, and the race starts at midnight, more or less, as it will happen, on the real race. So, okay, Nords for ACC, drink, guys, everybody drink. Nice. Okay, let's go. Boom. Oh my god, guys, you're already almost 200 concurrent viewers. Thank you so much. I know that for a week I didn't post anything, I didn't do any live stream, so thank you so much for always remembering me and joining. Uh, Is there a way to find the actual weight of the GT3 and GT4 cars somewhere? Not really. I mean, you can search for it. You might find some information. I cannot tell you, to be honest, because sensible data, NDAs, and stuff like that. But if you ask me something specifically, I might give you an indication, pretty accurate indication, to be honest. So yeah. FPS Crido, no questions. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you for the support. I don't know much about the consoles, guys, right now, because I haven't followed the whole situation. I know they have released the patches. I know they won't be the only patch that they are going to be released. So, have patience. There are issues. I'm aware of it. I don't know exactly what it is. I am planning to get a console here and start doing some tests at some points. I don't know if that's going to happen, soon enough or not, because I need to, have some better control of what is going on my side too. and understand where and how we can improve. All right. So, but that's, on my personal side. I care about, having the product on a proper version as it should have been, and have as close an experience to the PC version as possible. All right. So setup. They told me, Gergo gave me those amazing names for the setups. So Gregorius the Great, for 25 degrees. We are 24, so I guess this is going to work. I have no idea how it is set up, but they told me it's pretty similar to the aggressive setup, so that could work. Let's put extra fuel here and start, doing some laps for the race. Dampers, yeah, straight dampers. Aerial. Oh, lots of rear wing. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Oh yeah, nap zero. Yeah, absolutely. Even more than 200 kilos. Actually, let me have a look, and I can maybe give you some information. Not written, but at least something to help you out. Give me a second, and I will tell you. So where is it? Ah, here it is. Right. So, uh, so let's see. For example, D tracks BOP for GT4 cars. Um, so yeah, the Zineta on D tracks has almost 130 kilos of ballast. The KTM over 130, 135, something like that. The Mercedes has 60, the McLaren 70, and so on and so on. To give you an idea, without actually where with the actually no, let me tell you. Uh, the Audi with the driver is almost 1,600 kilos. Other, GT4 cars that have similar power are very, very close to that. But the most important thing is that on the lightweight cars, like for example the KTM, not only you have all this weight and restrictors and everything, but you also have a limited ride height that is very, very high. The KTM almost looks like an SUV because it is limited at 110, 120 millimeters of ride height. It cannot go lower because it has such a big diffuser, that if it goes lower, it generates so much, aerodynamic downforce that it would just win hands down on the other cars. And also, again, the KTM, it also for those trucks has a limited negative camber of minus 2.5 degrees, while all the other cars, they can use something like minus 4, minus 3.5, minus 4.5, whatever. uh, the KTM can only use minus 2.5. They try to limit the car as much as possible, to obviously balance it against the other cars. So yeah, hope that was answer your question. Gregorius the Great, right? Ah, ciao Riccardo Paggi, bravo, bravissimi. Allenatevi, sì, ma non molto perché non voglio che mi passate sopra come se fossi fermo. Tom, Tom Ward asks, he's on IAM team on the same race we're going to do. His teammates are much faster than him, despite him practicing much more than them. Don't worry, I will be probably the slowest this time around because I haven't practiced. And the most important thing is practice the things properly, practice strategy, practice temperature, and make sure that you can have consistency. It doesn't matter how fast you can do a single lap, be as consistent as you can, practice traffic and racing, racecraft, and then you are going to be very, very useful to your team. It doesn't matter if you're slower, as long as you can keep the car safe, as long as you can keep the car proper, have fun in the meantime, and be safe for you, for your team, and for the others. That's the most important thing. Winning is not always, not everybody can win. So, I mean, we cannot win. So just, take it easy and be careful. Manix, Manix, Manix. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you. I don't know exactly what new because I just came back and I'm not honestly following very, very carefully what's going on with the console. I think they have probably fixed some stuff on the steering wheels, the controls, and the force feedback. I think they have enabled on the code the private lobbies, but the private lobbies probably are not yet enabled in terms of server. I believe it's just a matter of days for that. But don't take that as official information. I'm just trying to remember what I have been told a week ago. It might be wrong, so let's wait and see. If I have extra information, I will let you know in the following days. Uh, yeah, I don't know about that. Tom, don't worry, mate. I mean, it's racing. Shit always happens. Don't take it, too seriously. Take it seriously while you can. But if an accident happens, relax, take it easy. You'll get better next time because hopefully we're in a simulation. It's virtual, and we can try and get better and better. There's no real money here. Yeah, Frederick, I agree. I thought I had a channel description, but yeah, maybe I should do something better. You are right, Pixel Guy. Uh, I have no idea about their Factor Do, mate. Sorry. Ciao, ciao Gianluca. Γεια σου, Magix. Magis. Magis 21. Aikara, pusero megale. I haven't watched Niels playing NK Pro. Uh, No, that's the normal AMG. We don't have the AMG GT3 Evo yet. Will is Fanatec Direct Drive 2 prototype that they have sent me to try, and since then I'm keeping it. But they have also sent me a Simukube, and I should try that too. But I don't have something to put it on the desk because I have the stuff on the desk. But as soon as I manage to do something about it, I will try that too because I'm very, very curious to see what to do. Okay, guys, come on, let me drive. uh, uh, I don't know. I have to look, Lars. I don't think the BMW was so much slower in the test we did. Actually, the BMW was one of the fastest cars in the test we did. So I'll have to wait and see how things evolve. I haven't looked about the doubts of Niels on ACC GT4. I don't know. I know I usually know that Niels wants everything to sliding around to be very easy to catch up, but I don't know exactly what he's talking about. Okay, guys, let's do some racing here. Let's start. All right. It's a little bit slow. Sorry, low on volume. I hope my son haven't changed that too. No, it's high. Why is that so low then? That's strange. I'm going completely deaf, probably. Yeah, it's really low. What is this? Let me have a look. Come on. That's strange. Thanks, great. do you guys can you hear it, or is it just me? I don't know. If I'm gonna catch my son, I'm gonna kill him. What has done to the force feedback and everything? No, it's actually very low on here. I don't know. I didn't actually watch a lot of the races because um, we obviously had some meetings to do and talk with people. And usually the only way to talk with people is when the race is ongoing and the rest of the organizers and everything are relaxed. So, yeah. Anyway, let's pull it as high as possible. Problem is I don't hear it myself too much, but yeah, why is it so low? Doesn't make any sense at all. Anyway, let's do a couple of laps and see if I remember the track. No, it's more meetings like, because of the lockdown, we had plenty of meetings and we wanted uh, talk with people, and we didn't have the opportunity. So Imola was the best possible uh, possibility to do this. So we had to go there with Marco and start talking with some people. Oh, it went well. Well, it's a bit sad because there was no people. It was not open to public, and most of the teams have uh, George. Yeah, we have talked about that. So George is asking if it would have been, great and interesting to synchronize the time of the day in the game and the date with the actual weather that it is on the track today, which is all good and nice if you think it like that today, but let me know what happens when you want to play during the winter. I don't know, December, and you get at Nürburgring, it's like -10, and your tires do not work anymore. So that's why we don't permit, to have the actual weather, and there are limits on what you can do. I don't hear anything. What is going on? What is going on here? Come on. Oh, thank you so much, mate. Yeah, well done. Oh, finally. Uh, kids. Kids these days, right? Thank you so much, Lucas. Hey, thanks, Pierce. Hello for Scotland. Great, great, great. Oh, the vino cheese and all the other stuff was amazing. Manix, thanks so much, mate. Oh, take it easy. Thanks for the support, guys. Some ask. What do you mean by ask? My son is really trolling me as usual. Yeah, and you know, kids these days now. So I'm just arriving. So what is it? Obviously, he had also changed the color profile of the screen. And I'm like, what have you done? And he's like, obviously, oh, you don't understand anything, Dad. I'm fixed everything for you. Now it's perfect. And I'm like, everything is blue. I don't like blue. No, no, you don't understand. This is much, much better than before. The same, of course, with sound. And if I tell him something, or now that he's probably watching me, he will he will tell me, well, you're deaf. You cannot listen anyway. So that's normal people when they play they lower the sound volume. So that's why he did it. That's gonna be his his thing. So. Uh, My son is 15 years old, which is the worst possible scenario. He thinks he knows everything now, and he thinks he's better in everything than me. And of course, I'm here to prove him wrong, so that's how it is. Okay. So let's try and do that stuff. Let me go back, get the tire set properly, and let's try. Ah, finally. He's not so much a sim racer. He loves cars and sim racing and everything, but poor guy. This is something that obviously is not his fault. Our main rig is this one, and how he has his desk and everything on his room. We cannot put another rig in there right now. We are working for it, but we cannot do it right now. And so if he has to drive, on this rig. But unfortunately, on this rig, I'm working like 10 hours a day or more. And usually when it's night time, it's dinner time and everything. We usually close all the computers and stuff so that we can have some family time. And so he doesn't really has the time to do lots of driving. I'm sure, in the following days this will change, but in the meantime, it's like that. It is what it is. So he's not 100% committed into sim racing yet. But he loves it. I just let him do whatever he loves. So, he slowly, he acquired some great taste in games. I mean, he plays a lot of Elite Dangerous, for example. He plays other interesting stuff with his friends. Usually, good and important games, so good stuff. Okay, so at least I'm not spinning, which is good. Ciao da Pisa Nicolò. Team, I don't know. Go and check on the forums for that stuff. Pearson, honestly, I don't know because the conversion is from another team that obviously is doing a great job to bring all this stuff into consoles. I am aware that the lights are very low, so we have to talk to them and see, if we can improve on the headlights to make them a little bit better. I guess that they had to, lower it to gain some extra frame rate during the dark times, during the night. But, if we talk to them, we might find a better compromise in the following patches. Oh, well, you know, Marble, if you can afford it in terms of frame rate, to drive, I mean, with virtual mirror and without any radar, then that's great. Unfortunately, my system, if I try also to stream and everything, and I want some good graphic detail to show you, I cannot afford it, so I have learned, you know, to deal without virtual mirrors and with the rider. Yeah, I believe the radar is a good thing. I mean, for immersion, you know, if you go full realistic, probably you shouldn't have the radar. But then again, you should probably use a VR, because otherwise it's impossible to understand what's going on. I don't think that's possible. Whippy whip. I'll have a look, but that sounds really strange. And if it is, maybe it's some kind of, I mean, the ABS activates only if you press the brakes, so. Yeah, the Ferrari, they asked us to, you know, to help them with the new car, so I had to remind myself how to do the cars into AC1 again, and I hope you're gonna like the result, you know. Yeah, there's the new Ferrari 488 Challenge Evo, which is pretty cool to drive. And yeah, they are going to do some esports. Ooh. Oh, come on. Some esports competition, and I think the winners are going to join the Ferrari Virtual Academy, you know, players, official Ferrari stuff, so pretty interesting stuff. Okay, Whippy, I'm gonna have a look at it.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
I can't. You guys are so many at the chat.
Car on the left.
I really cannot.
Clear on the left.
I cannot read and drive. This is gonna be a terrible night. I know it. Come on. Ah. Because there wasn't any possibility to put it in ACC, they wanted to do something on AC1. I don't know. Those are also, you know, licensing and economic stuff. I have no idea. On that part, I have no idea what's going on. Non ne ho idea, Guido. Yeah, guys, let me drive. Come on. Also, let me see some stuff on the control, because that's correct. Everything is correct. Here. Okay. And the setup, we need to go and get back the same. No, you cannot do suspension damage when you go too fast over the chicanes, which actually doesn't even happen. The only damage that happens to those cars usually is just, you know, breaking some kind of splitter or stuff like that. Even the engines are practically bulletproof 99% of the time. What do you mean 24-hour race? They're already happening 24-hour races. Xavier, I have already done videos on how to drive, but you mean management in longer races? Yeah, we could do that maybe. Diogo, of course it will get out. Don't make questions that you know the answer and you just want to provoke. Uh, Play all the console versions. We go up to the same versions of the PC. They just remain behind the PC because of many valid reasons of submissions that the consoles are needed and so on and so on. But eventually, month after month, they will get higher and higher versions, and they will get as mature as the PC at the same time. Yeah. Jesus, guys, again, the same thing. How can I know if we can add the Imola? We went there to talk with other people. No, we will not add nothing to the game, okay? We are adding the British GT circuits. Now let me drive. Okay, guys? Yeah, Imola is the new drinking game. Imola is the new drinking game. Everybody drink. Oh, too many questions. I need to drive and practice. If I do a 45, then we can start talking again. Let me drive. I love you guys, but too many questions. Can't handle them. Ah, finally, I can drive. I need to do a 46 with a full fuel. Let's see if I can do that. So nice. Ah, over the curb. I can look at the chat only on the straight lines. Ah, have some low frame rate. Probably the AI. Captain Barracuda wins the night. Captain, you won the internet today. Free Aris. Oh, again. Free Aris. Yeah, give Captain something to drink. I don't know. The guy won. Well done, Brian. I'm racing against the AI, Frank. Wow, guys, you're so many. Thank you for joining. Well, the car is a little bit heavy with so much fuel. But overall, not too bad. Hey.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
Hey, 47. Not good, not bad. Oh, I don't like that. Need some vintage. Oh my god, guys. Yeah, I have to tell you about that. So we had an appointment at some point with Marco over there at Imola, and it was around midday, 12 o'clock, something like that. But unfortunately, you know, the guys that we had to meet weren't available. They were in a kind of small delay, so we said, okay, let's meet later at around, you know, after 3 o'clock. And so Marco said, you know what, I know that you like wine. What do you think if we go and do some, you know, wine tasting into a winery here close to Imola? I said, well, if you know something, let's go for it. I mean, what bad can happen? You know, two glasses of wine, always great thing. So we go and find this winemaking agency, farm practically, with an amazing guy, winemaker, amazing. I'm not gonna tell you, you know, the long story, because the long story is unbelievable. But he made us, you know, try some amazing, truly amazing wines. And after about 8 half-empty bottles, lots of food, lots of laughing and everything, Marco decides and sends an email to our appointment that says it was like 30 minutes past 3 o'clock. Says, well, you know, guys, we might have a slight delay. We were so much done that I'm not telling you, but it was amazing. We had such a great time, great laughs, and great stories from everybody, you know, and really made our days. So we also bought, you know, some bottles to gift to the guys that we had the meeting, so everybody was happy. So yeah, well, that's guys is why Italy is so wonderful. I mean, it has so many problems as practically every place in the world, but particularly here, probably uh, with taxes and everything. But it's such a beautiful place. It's so full of nature and culture and food and drinks. It's great. It's got one of the best compromises in Europe, I believe. Hey, Alpha mate, how you doing? Ma come Stefano? Le basi, pressioni, altezze, fine della storia. Non stare lì a fare delle cose strane. No, I cannot confirm that, lap times are much faster with too much vino. No. Ciao su Mike! Niente, oh. We cannot do it. We cannot do it. Also, the pedals are about to leave and fall off the rig. What is happening today here? So let me go back into the garage. So it's not that bad. L'ho già fatto Guido altre volte, dai, facciamo un altro momento. Yeah, Ryan, it's very hard. Okay, thanks Alpha. See you tomorrow maybe. Come si fa? Riguarda il video Stefano, dai. Exozone asks how he can improve, consuming less the tires. Well, you can lower the toe, you can lower the camber, the negative camber, because all that stuff, consumes the tires more in the long run. So after 1 hour and all and away. And what else you can do? I mean, you can check and see, okay, which are the tires that you are consuming the most. So, for example, we are consuming here more the front tires, but also the rear. You see, it's a little bit strange here. It's a strange track. So, in this particular track, it's not much you can do. But how fast and easy is to learn Italian? I think to understand Italian, it's pretty easy, especially to read it, because you don't need any special, pronunciation or stuff like that. You just read consonants and vocals as clean as possible. Something that, English talking people have more issues because they are used to have all these strange. I know you have an I, it's just a vocal and you read it I. In Italy is E. That's it. So it's easier. But to really speak it and write it and stuff like that, it has a pretty difficult grammar. So yeah, that's a little bit strange. Guys, so many questions. I need to get faster. I have done no practice, guys. No, Viper, sorry. The only thing I can do about future plans is that we are working on the British GT track circuits. That's it. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. Exoson, prova con camber e convergenza per iniziare. Generalmente anche una sospensione più morbida, molle, ammortizzatori più morbidi, consumano meno le gomme, le fanno anche scaldare meno però. Yes, Mike, I was born in Greece. Είμαι Έλληνας, ήρθα εδώ το 91. Come on, guys. Yes, sir. Yeah, Guido, that's true. English grammar is easier, kinda. Le bestemmie, Loris. Okay, let's change tires. And we have 28 minutes. Let's do the first 15 minutes, concentrated, and see if I can do some, proper laps and how the car reacts and everything. Also, I don't even know how the temperatures are. It's a little bit on the high side, not too much. Il greco antico, il greco in generale, anche quello moderno, è dura, È dura. You cannot really deal with overheating. Now, normally on other series, when you have overheat or very cold tires, you would use a different compound, right? But in GT3 series from SRO, there's only one compound to use, and you just have to deal with it. Fortunately, the tires, have a very wide range of temperature, and even if they are a little bit cold or a little bit on the overheating side, they still kind of work. They are not like you're dead and you have no grip at all, or they get instant blistering and stuff like that. So they keep working, let's say. But there's not much you can do. If they are overheating, you can try to make the car softer from springs and dampers, and that helps them a little bit. If they are very cold, you can do the opposite, and that also helps them a little bit. The brake ducts also help a lot, so you can make the brakes hotter or colder, and that influences the temperature of the tires. But other than that, just deal with it, drive over it. That's it. That's why we say pressures are more important than temperatures, because pressures you can change them and they are important. Temperatures you cannot do much, and you just have to deal with them as they are. That's it. Thanks, Matthew. Sto un po' zerato. Grazie Katie Omi che che stai aiutando i ragazzi nella chat, bravissimo. Okay, so let me put down the traction control to 2, as I believe this is going to help me a little bit. Ragazzi, non abbiamo detto nulla per le nuove versioni della Mercedes, perciò non fatevi film che non ci sono. Ah, come on. Thanks the king of raccoons for the follow. I don't like so much this setup, but you know, I haven't practiced and the guys are, you know, driving well with it, so let's stick to it and learn to drive it. Oh, come on, what am I doing? No, I came here to Italy to study medicine. And then, you know, life is strange. Dragon, welcome. Oh, come on. I don't understand what is happening. It gives me understeer, then gives me oversteer. What the heck? Stop complaining. Drive. Drive the damn thing. That's it. We won't going to change it, so just drive it. That's it. Let's put some brake bias to the front. See, if you concentrate a little bit, things get better eventually. Ah, Wedge, you're right, mate. I can feel your pain. Now that's interesting, I believe. There's a lap time. 46 low with full fuel load.
Well done, mate.
Yeah, I think I can do 45.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Yeah.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Yeah, by feeling only, John. Like the real guys. Dev bomb failed. Jeez. Ah. No, the ABS is there exactly to help you braking, you know. Those are very advanced systems, so I'm not saying that you should trigger it while turning in, but while braking in a straight line, or if it just triggers a little bit by turning in, you can still modulate how much you want, and it's fine. Well, considering that I haven't really practiced a lot, and I'm not really concentrated, I don't think I'm doing really bad. I will do some extra practice tomorrow. And maybe after tomorrow, you know. I won't be able to do live stream on Friday, so maybe we can do it tomorrow and after tomorrow. Or something similar. Because on Friday I have some other stuff to do. Mainly drink wine with some friends. And on Saturday we're gonna have the race. It's gonna be great.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Do a better lap, a bit more concentrated, possibly. Yeah, that's how you do it. Losing a lot of time on the chicane, on the final chicane. Lots of
Well
time.
done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
The new Merc, they told me that the main difference is that the car is has a little bit more front downforce, and it's a little bit harder to drive because it loses traction when you are jumping around the curbs. The older car was more stable, but it seems to be faster, so you know, it is what it is.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Ah, this is not curb. Hey, Block. Trying to, you know, to get to know the car, to understand the setup, to understand the track. I'm a little bit lost. It doesn't seem to be that bad, but I wish I could have been, in a better position right now, but practice. That's it. Today it's gonna be a little bit terrible. Tomorrow it's gonna be a little bit better. Hopefully by Saturday I'm gonna be in a good position. Just shake me. I cannot, put the car in. Anyway, okay. We have 8 minutes of practice to go. So let's do some answers and questions while we wait. I won't be touching the setup. I will do just a qualifying then, and then with the same setup, we just go on the race and hope for the better. Actually, let me check the pressures at least. 27.9 here, 27.8. Not so bad. All right. I could use a little bit less here. Yeah. Something like that. The COVID situation is getting slowly and slowly better here. The hot weather helps right now. I cannot really say that all the people are, collaborating. You still see many people without masks, but also quite a few people with masks. You have to balance the things out. So yeah, it's better. Hey, thank you, Dookie. Hi, mate. How you doing? By the way, great stuff on that GT4 BMW intro. That was really nice. Numeri in alto a destra. Quali? Questi che la temperatura, il tracciato, il vento. Oddio, ecco perché la macchina mi va da tutte le parti. Abbiamo 25 km di vento. Ecco perché. Io che sono... che succede? Perché sento sto sterzo là? Perché... Scusa. Sorry guys, I went in full Italian berserk mode. I was, explaining what those numbers are here, and I found out that we have 25 kilometers of wind. 25 kilometers. And I was like, on my laps, I was like, why am I feeling, understeer here and oversteer there, and the car is never reacts properly? 25 kilometers of wind. And I'm like, what is happening? I don't know. I don't like the setup. No, I'm stupid that I don't see the conditions. Jeez. Now I feel better. Yes, Dazzle, that all that stuff can help. Bad Boy Studio, thanks. And Solarius, thanks for following. Iari Pellizzari, mentre giro sono i ratings, che puoi trovare tutta la spiegazione fuori. Yep, what Alfred says is important. Being consistent is the most important thing. So what do we do here? Well, I'm fourth. It's okay. Στα ελληνικά, έχει ένα σωρό αέρα. Δεν είχα δει τον αέρα, ρε Μάικ. Και έλεγα, έχω υποστροφή, έχω υπερστροφή, δεν καταλαβαίνω. 25 χιλιόμετρα αέρα. Τι να κάνεις. Άμα κανείς δεν βλέπει. Live track weather. What do you mean? Like the thing that we did at initially. My camera settings, well, and other stuff, yeah. Yeah, we have 5 minutes, so why not? Let's explain that. So normally, I like to drive in, I mean, more or less in this situation. So I mean, you could drive here, but I am too close. in real cars, you're sitting really behind and really low. So I usually like to drive into this distance, okay? But without hands and without steering wheel. I let the hands and steering wheel animations because I want you guys to see what I'm doing while I'm driving. I think it's important so that you can learn the movements I do. In terms of FOV and stuff like that, uh, here's my situation: 45 degrees. I have a 24 inches monitor and 1080 resolution. So this is it mainly. Nothing, nothing too strange, nothing too, you know, classic, typical stuff. Nothing else. Let me also go here and opponent visibility, something like 12 maybe, and shadows distance a little bit less, so we can maybe resolution scale. Yeah, I can lower this to 90, and that will help me get some frame rate with the shadows, so that you guys can have a nice view of the shadows. Okay, right. Okay, let's go back. Return to Aris. Right. So no, I do not think it vibrates in fourth gear. Probably vibrates when you get something underneath that the tarmac is a little bit undulating, so something like that happens. I have VSync disabled, but I do have frame rate cap at 90 frames. You can turn animation off, but as I said, I let the animation on so that you guys can watch and see how I'm driving. Yeah, the monitor is relatively small, relatively. In the end, you just, everything is just getting used to it. But it is good for me because I have two monitors here. I have the main monitor with the seat when I'm doing, development work. I copy the things onto this computer with this monitor. I jump from the seat to the rig. I drive it on the same desk, back again, because that thing during the day happens like, a million times. And this kind of configuration here, I found out that it's the best and less stressful to deal with, and gives me the highest productivity possible. So no, you shouldn't change tires in GT4 pit stop. You should change only driver, but it depends what the server asks, because it's also on the server settings, I think. And then it is also, you have a stint of a time that you need to change the driver. So if you go out of it, you get disqualified. Tips for driving with old tires: raise the ABS level, raise the traction control level, pray for the best. And most importantly, don't push like hell at the first lap, so that later in the race you get your tires in a better shape. That's even more important. Grande, Dennis. Mike. Uh, the distance to my eyes is this, practically. The webcam that you see is right at the limit of the monitor, so it's like, I don't know what's that, less than 1 meter, something like that, 70-80 centimeters. When you drive against AI, how long does it take to increase the strength from 87 to 88? I don't know what you mean. Uh, Maybe you can select it. I don't know. Maybe you can select it in the options, VP. 400 people. Wow, guys. Thank you so much. Amazing. As usual, all that stuff that make me famous and rich, Subscribe, hit the like button, all that stupid stuff, you know. Do it. Do it now. Mm. Diesel, the weight distribution of the Mercedes is mid front engine car. It's something around 49% at the front, 51 at the rear, something around there. Pa, 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 pa. I don't know, Exosun. I guess they are both exceptional products, but I haven't tried yet well enough the Simicube. I know Gergo loves it, so. I think about the a little thing about the clipping. Ναι, βέβαια, Mar. Βέβαια. The clipping is, I mean, if you see some clipping only when you get, you know, a curb or while you are at the maximum turning of the car, and you just see sometimes getting red, even if it does it a lot of times, but it's just for a small, for a minimum amount of times, like red, 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 red. That's not bad. That's not an issue. Actually, it should do that. What you don't want to have is, you know, turning and having a stable force feedback red line constantly while you're turning. That is bad. But if it just goes, you know, just some spikes of red, people get crazy and try to have no red at all, and which means clipping, nothing. That's, in my opinion, is wrong. If you have a little bit of red, nothing wrong happens for, you know, consumer driving wheels like the G29. Yeah, but an old one, Don. Hey, Amir! Wait. Alright, so. Oh, yeah, now we have to do the actual qualifying session. So let's load this one and go for it. Uh, uh, what plus and minus means on the weather forecast? Where exactly? Intensity or increasing, decreasing, and two. No, there's no way to map the joystick here. It's spaghetti and meatballs. No worries, mate. It's okay. That's why we're here. Uh, Brands Hats. Well, first turn at Brands Hats is in full, you know, compression. If you see red, white, red, it's normal. I mean, this is the only position when you have so much load on the tires that it's normal. No big deal. I mean, just for that situation, I mean, keep it. Christian, ne faccio ogni tanto, non è che posso fare tutti i giorni. Allora, vabbè. Ok. Pop, pop, pop. Free practice again. No, I want to go to the next session. Ah, yeah, next session, right. Paragliotti, in Leicester. Well, 415 people, amazing, amazing. All right. What was the most fun, interesting car to develop? Fun, probably the Maserati, where when we find out that there wasn't any ABS and traction control, I was like, oh, that's gonna be terrible. Interesting, maybe the McLaren with all that, extra active differential stuff and electronic brake bias and things like that. Uh, Other interesting things, the Ferrari had some interesting stuff. Um, what else? I mean, GT3 cars have pretty much the same mechanics, so all of them are interesting in the same way, more or less. uh, all right. Okay, let's go.
Green light, green light. Show them what you got. Low tire pressure. Stay away from curbs.
Let's do it. Let's try this qualifying. What game? My name is on already on the best game, so I don't have any more wishes actually. Probably the next one we're gonna do, if any. Well, we all know that Mirko is, top stuff, top class driver, so I didn't have any doubt that wherever he chooses to go, he would be one of the contenders. Yeah, there's a video, Vitor, on my first test of the GT4. There are also timestamps in the description, so search for the video of the GT4 DLC pack, and on the description you will find the timestamps, and on the part of the McLaren I explain everything about the active differential and that stuff that this car implements. Thanks, Albrad. All right. I didn't know either, but it turns out that for the McLaren, they accept it, and it's not actually an active differential, to be honest. It's an open differential, but with a torque vectoring function on the brakes. So the inner wheel might, get the brake might activate to keep it from spinning initially. Then it might let it go if it's if it cannot control it, not overheat the tire. But they do this to help the car turn in better and limit some of the inner wheel speed.
The fastest step so far.
So yeah, they do that. safety driving all the way tonight. Oh Jesus, what the fuck?
Your lap time is invalidating. Please try to stay on
38 kilometers per hour wing. Wonderful. Thank you, Barcelona. So nothing. Practically, I did no lap time. Excellent. But I guess not even the AI did any lap times because, you know, just 5 minutes. Because it's not permitted on the GT3 cars by the regulations.
Session is now over.
You have a little arrow where you see the speed of the wind. That icon is your car from the top, and the arrow is actively changing direction to show you where you get the wind while you're driving. Vitor, almost, yeah, kinda, you know. All right, so that was terrible. So let's get back into this thing and put 100 something, I don't know. And yeah, we are ready for the race.
Go in double file.
Those are secrets that everybody believes they are good, but Captain, it just don't work, you know. Only because some crazy alien did it and thought that, you know, he was faster with it, but in reality he was just fast on his own. It doesn't work at all. Yes, obviously they get hotter, but obviously they try also to
Give it all you can.
deal with this problem. In fact, if you keep on giving accelerator on the McLaren, at some point you will feel the inner wheel, you know,
Car on the right.
slipping because
right.
you know
Car on the
the
right.
brake
Clear on the
simply
right.
releases to not overheat much more the brake disc. Affligge tantissimo la velocità in rettilineo. Se attivi i danni hai grossi problemi. Ecco, come adesso. E addio al mio safety rating, tra l'altro. Sì, grazie. Ah! Tonight it's really terrible. Oh, Vitor, come on, mate. Thank you so much. You're crazy. Thank you, mate. coconuts, well done. So how was it with the 24 hours? Any big issues, maybe? Hi Pera. What's that from the Grand Theft Auto? Ah, terrible driving. "40 kilometers of wind. What the heck is going on?" Okay, let's try to be consistent and work.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best. Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
Ma no, ma che 6 ore di corsa? Facciamo un stint per vedere com'è. Oh. No, we don't always race in the BMW. It just happened to have many races that one behind the other that we had to do. I mean, I had to do them on the BMW, and because the main race we wanted to do was I don't remember 6 hours, 8 hours at Spa, the BMW, and I have some races the same week. I decided to do also those races with the BMW to keep on practicing the car. But you know, we change car every once in a while to, you know, keep on trying new things, and so enough BMW. I know Kevin likes the BMW a lot, but for me it's enough now. I mean, there was a period of time we were using a lot with David the Aston Martin, so I would love to do another race with the V12 Aston Martin, to be honest. Such a glorious engine. Hello, Zach. Welcome. Great car. We just released the DLC. How can we do already a sale? Come on, guys. I mean, you guys have amazing hardware of thousands of dollars or euros or whatever. You are asking a sale on a 20 euros DLC that will give you months and months of pleasure and enjoyment. Sometimes, I won't say you made me angry, but you do make me a little bit, you know, desperate on the logic of this thing.
Losing to the car had he 71.
Come on, guys, take it easy on the chat. Talk about cars, not get angry. Where's the first guy? Ooh, so much faster than me. To get down to the 46 won't be easy. Have to get a little bit better and concentrate. Yeah, I need to drive faster. Read the chat less, drive faster.
Car on the left. Clear on the left. Car on the left. Clear on the left.
That's a nice Aston. Let's have someone in front of us. No, I will just drive for an hour. I need some practice. Tomorrow maybe I'll do some extra practice. You know, stuff like that.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Exercises to improve control skills. Don't be lazy. You see how fast I move the car, the steering input and stuff like that? You have to be very fast on the realignment. Go watch my last video that I have made public yesterday, I think, and understand the concept and don't be lazy. What gets you when the car is out of control is the laziness of, okay, let me wait and see what will happen. Don't wait to see what happens. Tell the car what you want to happen, and if you're fast enough, the car will do it. See, like that. I know I'm reading the chat myself, unfortunately. That's why I'm driving so badly. Which is something I'm not doing when there is a proper, you know, multiplayer race. Come on, seriously. What? I hate the car.
Losing time to the car in front in sector 2.
Yeah, I have a safety rating of 75 because while I was at Imola, my son thought it was a good idea to ruin my safety rating. So he took it down from 98 to 75. So now I have to work hard to get it back again. So yeah. To make it easier for the drivers, for the eyes of the drivers in long distance races, endurance races during the night. Yeah, it was great. It was great. Okay, let's move on. Need to get better. Come on.
Warning for exceeding track limits.
Nice. Good awarded.
Falling behind the car in front in sector 2.
Ah. This car is angry at me and I'm angry at the car. If I can drive with my eyes closed, no, I don't think so. Oh, thanks, SD, but no, I'm not really, I'm not. Stefano Casillo is, Dive Camera is the new Jeff Crown. Those guys are, the main programmers. And I'm just, a guy researching and collecting data and feedback, and he puts in values in the end. I'm definitely not.
Well done, mate. Your fastest lap so far.
The practice starts giving me some results. I'm getting slightly better.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
Molto remoto Giovanni, ma c'è, ma veramente molto raro. Non succede quasi mai in realtà, queste sono macchine progettate per durare più di 24 ore i motori, perciò no. Losing time to the car in front in sector 2. I don't know, something like 3 years, 4. The main thing different with the new AMG, the new Mercedes, is the front splitter and rear diffuser, so some extra aerodynamic downforce. The initial feedback I got from the drivers is that the car is a little bit more tricky to drive on bumps and curbs, but it is faster, and they still trying to understand how to set it up to get faster, get more performance out of it. Yeah, it has been updated a bit of times during the last patches, even before the 1.5, so I think it's a better car to drive now, the Lamborghini. Oh, come on. Not all of them, not all GT4s are locked to stock gear ratio. Some of them have the homologation for a different gearbox. It's all, on those series, it's all about keeping costs down. So if the manufacturer goes to the FIA and says, my normal gearbox is going to be extremely costly to maintain, the street gearbox, so can I use a different gearbox with different gear ratios? And the FIA will control and see that, okay, it makes sense. They will probably give it some extra ballast or whatever, and in the end, if the FIA accepts the homologation, then they can go with a different solution. But yeah, it's nothing too extreme,
Falling behind the car in front in sector 3.
Yeah. Oh, well, the KTM low enough, to use the proper aero, to do like 3 seconds faster lap times or 4 seconds faster lap times, something like that. So very, very capable car. I cannot drive and watch the chat at the same time, obviously. really badly, very bad. Come on, 34 minutes, concentrate, and let's finish that first stint. Saturday evening, afternoon. My God, what am I doing? It shows that I have no will to continue driving, but that's not even a good practice, so let's concentrate and do some proper practice. Hey Ryan, thanks mate. I'm trying to prepare, but I need some time. I suck big time right now. Pillow DLC, yeah, something like that. Well, actually, they do. They do have stuff, extra stuff, you know, from one driver to the other. Ugh. Oh, that's cool to know, Ryan. Really curious now. What are you planning, guys? So I better get better for the race, because right now I really suck, so I would really like to be, you know, in a good position. Oh, nice.
Gaining on the car in second two. Well done, mate. This has been your racing advice.
You are the Ryans. Resistance is futile. The Ryans will assimilate all other championships. Try again, traction control 2 with a bit more concentration. No go. And another question about the 2030 car. So drink. Right.
Gaining on the car ahead in sector 2. Well done, mate.
45.8. This is what I should be, capable of doing from the start of the race to the end of my stint. That's where I want to be on Saturday. On 45 constantly. Or even better if possible, but I must get down to this kind of rhythm and consistency. Aha. Well, Jonathan, have you seen the new photos of the new M4 GT3? It's only from the rear. That tells you a lot. I mean, it has bigger nostrils than mine, so how can you do that? That car moves around so much. I can see two cars in front of me. Come on, I need to concentrate. I can get those two cars in front of me. going on? Well, it doesn't affect really too much the performance, but you know it can blow up, so you have to be careful with, especially with the downshifting. It's on the downshifting that you might get engine damage.
Stint is ending soon, just a few more laps.
Yeah. Oh, come on. I've lost so much time fiddling with the strategy. So stupid. Yeah, but tonight it's not a good night, so it's not. I hope tomorrow it's gonna be a little bit better.
Falling behind to the car in front in sector 2.
Because the car becomes faster when lighter. Yeah, of course I'll have to work tomorrow. I always have to work the day after. Even on Saturdays. But it's a good, you know, doing those live streams. It's good for my mental sanity. Permits me to enjoy the game, talk with you guys. It's always good. One more lap, maybe. Yeah, 1 or 2 more laps, we can do it. Well, usually by 8:30, 9 o'clock we start working. Everybody starts works around 9 o'clock. That's on a normal day. Some days, you know, you have deadlines, so
Your stint is ending. Box this left.
so you start much sooner and you end up like never.
The capacitor is in
Καληνύχτα, καληνύχτα Γρατσιάνο. Okay, we have fuel for 1 more lap and time to the stint for 1 more lap. So let's try and do that now. Okay, last one. All the others are inside.
running low on fuel. You have to come in.
Ah, thank you so much, guys. You're so kind. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's concentrate. Yeah, you see, if you concentrate, you can get faster. Ooh, lost it here. My bad. Forget to pit and do a Kevin, yeah. You guys distract me
Now.
and I cannot drive properly. Yeah. In. Ooh. I have a great video from a great sim driver, but I won't show it. It's not good to show it. But it's so fun. So fun. It's extremely funny. Ah, very bad. Nope. Yeah, can we do it? Come on. Jesus. Tonight is tonight is everything I shouldn't do on the race, which is a good thing because, you know, if I do that stuff tonight, then maybe tomorrow I will do half of this stupid stuff and then better. All right. I think that's enough for tonight. And Well, obviously we're going to do, you know, pit stops. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh my god! Come on, save this thing. Okay, let's have a replay and you know, have some fun answering some questions, stuff like that, and then call it a day and go to get some sleep. It's all Ryan's fault, actually. So, guys, all good. I mean, if you have some questions, now it's the correct time to ask. Well, here's the thing. So, Tyrant Worm says, when do we get the Niels when I live stream going full engineering nerd? Here's the problem. First of all, we have some amazing guys like Niels or other people that they're doing amazing, uh, job of telling you stuff. And honestly, I wouldn't like to go, you know, against them and do the same stuff that they do. Secondly, my situation is a little bit more delicate. I have lots of NDAs. I have lots of, you know, more important, it's not just the NDA, but it's more important. It's the thing that many engineers have trusted us with quite sensible information that permits the game to be, you know, so accurate and so the cars be so different one from the other and so on. And those guys gave us information even without NDAs, even information that they shouldn't give us. Okay, and I have and I feel the need to respect them and not go crazy into details. So that's why I chosen to have this format of easygoing, of, you know, helping you guys with the basics, helping you understand the game, understand the cars, understand the modern racing cars, and stuff like that. But I try to not go into extreme details because I both can't. I both respect, also respect their work and the fact that they are trusting us. And there's also another thing. You know, internet is strange, right? So if you say something, almost surely you're gonna have some other guys saying, "Oh, that's not true. That doesn't work like this. It works like that, and I have data and so on." Now, those guys might have some old data, might have no data at all, might, you know, whatever, or might even have better data than me. Sometimes that happens too. But that means that we have to go into our arms race, and I have to show my data because otherwise, you know, if you don't show your data, then you are a coward, and you do not have the data. You're just saying, you know, bullshit. And I don't want to show my data. Absolutely not. That's not going to happen. I mean, you know that. So I need to keep a balance. I mean, there are so many other developers that could have done the same things I do. They do not do it, and I know why they do not do it. I'm doing it, but I really need to maintain a balance, to stay up to a point, to say things, to be careful, you know. So that's why I usually don't want to go into very deep detail, both because if you really need to go into deep detail, you have to open books, you have to open data, you have to show things and not just talk about them. Otherwise, it's not important. And yeah, I don't. So that's why, maybe. Asymmetrical car setup with a toe out, with asymmetrical toe, I wouldn't recommend. But you know, Jordier is an alien; he can do whatever he wants. But to be honest, with an asymmetrical toe, I'm gonna be driving like this, so I don't know. Very happy that you like this GT4, guys. As a noob, you start with GT4s or GT3s. Get the GT4, but get an easy car of the GT4. I don't know, the Aston or something like that. Learn to, you know, use the mechanical grip. You know, the GT4s are both easier and more difficult to handle, so don't underestimate them. They are still a racing car. but at least they are not a high downforce racing car, so some of the reactions are much more, how to say, um, sincere. Some of their handling traits are more sincere, more easier to understand and to deal with on all the corners. While the GT3 cars are snappier, some corners behave in a way, in some other corners they behave in a different way, and so on. So that's a problem. Yeah, Thailand. Yeah, I mean, whenever we can, we always talk about it on some of little aspects here and there, but not full blown nerdy. If I have driven an old GT3 car, an old Lamborghini Gallardo, not the, I mean, yes, the Raider one, but not exactly that one. It was at the Autodromo of Modena. Not that really I pushed the car to the limits, you know how it is, lots of time. I have not driven other newer GT4 cars. I have not driven a specific GT4 car, but I have driven a highly prepared KTM car, which in terms of, how to say, performance was quite close to the actual GT4 car. It didn't have all the downforce, but it didn't have also rear wing, so it was quite sensible in pitch. It had quite some of pitch sensitivity. It was quite low. Interesting car. I won't say I loved it, but I didn't hate it either. I think there is a video somewhere there from comparing it with the Assetto Corsa 1. Yeah, maybe you can find that on that old Game and Track YouTube channel. That was a highly prepared car. It had practically almost the same horsepower, like 320 horsepower. It was lighter, so it didn't have any balance, and much lower. It didn't have the rear wing, so it was a little bit more pitch sensitive than the GT4 car. Interesting. It didn't have the slick tires, it had semi-slick tires, so it was harder from one part and easier than the other. It didn't have ABS, yeah. Nico, I don't know, but I have to check because I think it is like that already, but I don't know. I'll have to check. Right, so this is it. I don't see any more questions. Well, correct technique for downshifting. Well, I'll tell you what. Some aliens downshift as fast as possible. They deal with it and they are really fast. But honestly, if you are asking this, it means that you're still exploring, and the correct way of downshift is you brake with your brakes. And actually, I will tell you, do this example yourself. Go up to, I don't know, 250 kilometers per hour and full brake, and see where you can stop. And then do it again but without downshifting. Do it again with downshifting and see where you can stop. And you'll see that the distance doesn't really change a lot, or actually any at all. But the downshift can help you in some different situations and how you place the car. My advice is start braking and then downshift with a rhythm. Don't instantly release the acceleration pedal and start downshifting as some guys do. No, brake, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Downshift with a certain rhythm. It depends, because the engine noises are depending on the distance of the camera to the car, so it really depends. Buonasera Parabel. I have to sneeze, but I can't. Yeah. Good luck, as they say. Prime Ross, what I think about the new official content of Assetto Corsa? Well, licensing agreements, and KTM and Ferrari wanted to do some new cars, so here they are. Why not? What are the many numbers of tires in Assetto Corsa competizione? What do you mean exactly, Dark Knight? I don't understand exactly which numbers you refer to. Sorry, Aris.Drives. Thank you, guys. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I think that's it for tonight. I'm getting sleepy. We did some practice as usual. It was one of the worst nights, but that's what you have to do. Sometimes you just have to do the practice. Your muscles are learning, so tomorrow or after tomorrow I will be much better. And yeah, by Saturday we're gonna have an interesting race, I hope. So yeah. All right. So what can I say? Thank you so much for joining, and I won't promise you, but I might do another live stream tomorrow or after tomorrow while I'm practicing, and then on Saturday we have the race, and yeah, that's it. Okay, okay, guys, take care, and see you hopefully tomorrow or after tomorrow on another live stream. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for your comments and questions. This is what keeps this little community, awake and happy. And yeah, and good night to all Ryans.